Guys, I've had it up to here with love triangles, okay? I've had enough. The love triangle trope is one I am sure you're all familiar with. It is very popular in books, films, TV shows, and sometimes on reality TV. Cambridge Dictionary defines a love triangle as a situation in which two people love a third person. And it just so happens to be a trope in a lot of my favourite films and TV shows, and I am sick of it. With the return of The Summer I Turned Pretty in August, I am not ashamed to admit that I have been in front of my TV every single Wednesday watching a teenage romance, a teenage girl who is in love with two brothers, to see as she picks between each one. Last week we saw her run around Paris looking for her rucksack stuffed to the brim with the wedding dress that she didn't use and the tiny minuscule ring from Jeremiah. All while he was moping like a big baby and everyone was being mean to Conrad. Still, for some reason. We saw Stephen find out about Lacey, and not react enough. I feel like he didn't get angry enough.
He cheated on my sister with Lacey Barone. Who the fuck is Lacey Barone?
As an older sibling, if that was me, I would be beating him up. There's no way that would have flown. He just instead decided to have like relations with Taylor, which I love them. I will ship them always, but not the time, guys. Okay, not the time. Everyone kind of disses this episode that we just had, but I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought that this episode was needed. It was a slower pace, sure, and it was definitely like filling kind of a little bit of time, but we needed that calm down. The characters needed that calm down from what was a very explosive last two episodes. And there was actually quite a lot that happened in this episode. We saw Belly leave, finally, this weird little life that she's built, go out on her own and try something new. We saw her beat the shit out of a thief, which was unreal. I was in shock. And we literally saw her just live and breathe and not need either of the Fisher brothers to make a decision. I thought this episode was actually very good. Granted, I will admit that some of it was a little bit far-fetched. Surely there's no way an American was going to get into France without a proper visa, but here we are. I cannot wait for Wednesday. Honestly, I'm buzzing. I cannot wait. The torture of love triangles continued, of course, with Netflix's answer to The Summer I Turned Pretty, which is the hillbilly cowboy version, My Life with the Waterboys, which again follows this beautiful girl and two brothers who she's in love with, once again causing a rift in the family because she can't decide. In this story, I am a certain side, like I've always been a certain team, but I will say that both brothers are good options. Both of them have plans, goals, aspirations, dreams. Both of them have flaws. Both of them have developing to do, things to learn, and I think there's no kind of bias in the writing. But I also will say that Jackie has a bit more of a brain than Billy does in terms of like knowing who she is and what she wants in life. However, I think, or a lot of people have said this about Billy and Jackie and compared the two, it's almost the hyper independence of Jackie and the kind of fact that Billy's kind of lost herself in her relationships and is more codependent. They both kind of like, it's like both of those are working against the main characters. So I feel like they just both need to meet in the middle. But I digress. But I hate love triangles. At present, I've not finished the My Life with the Waterboys second series, so bear with me. I will be doing a proper little chat about that at some other point. But what is with the secret relationships with both brothers? We've got the secret romance between Jackie and Alex, once again rekindling their spark from season 1. I knew she was going to find his horse. I knew they were going to get back together. That was obvious to me. What I am shocked by, well, not that shocked, because of course, but she doesn't seem to clock that a secret tutoring relationship between herself and Cole is definitely going to present more issues than it's going to solve. I don't really know why she's keeping it a secret. I think she needs to be honest with both sides. But keeping both of these a secret is going to end up messy, and I cannot wait to see what happens. Also, there is no way she loves Alex. I think she's just saying that. I don't really know if she knows herself that she's just saying that, but I don't believe it for a second. I don't. I'm sorry. However, I have been torturing myself with love triangles for years because two brothers fighting over a girl, except they are like 100-year-old vampires. The Vampire Diaries literally had this trope, and we saw it on and on repeatedly. Eventually, they did kind of settle into their like the choice that was made, but it was very back and forth, and there was a lot of change and confusion and things like that. And these brothers not only did it with the main character Elena, but also the previous love interest of theirs, Catherine.
It's okay to love them both.
She did the same thing many years prior. So these brothers have like fought over the same girl multiple times. In Team Jacob or Team Edward, right? Like, we have been doing this for a while. The new season kind of brings about this urge to watch Gilmore Girls again. And honestly, Rory ran so that Belly and Jackie could walk.
Figures.
With each love triangle, the shows kind of divide each group into two camps. I've kind of touched on that a little bit. You either like one or the other, usually. You can swap. I think a lot of people have flipped between each love interest at various points in each series or film. But for some, like myself, the decision of who's better is often made instantly. But for that pined after protagonist, it's not as clear cut for them. We literally watch as they choose and stumble and fall and hurt the other person and cause chaos because they can't make their mind up. Which is just like the most painful thing ever, but we keep doing it to ourselves apparently, don't we? We know who the right choice is though, don't we, guys? We know the right people. I say I hate love triangles, but they have been a very clear trope in a lot of TV shows and films that I have watched throughout my life. They definitely keep me on the edge of my seat and glued to my TV, but I think I might skip the Gilmore Girls rewatch. I don't think I can take it anymore. Alright, thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click that like button and subscribe. Also comment below your favourite love triangles, which side you fall on for these ones that I have mentioned, any that I've missed. Yeah, just let me know if you enjoyed it. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. Bye.